King Camboose, 100 proof, bringing you nothing but the truth. Let's get started again on this day with more Nation of Camboose news. Let's see what we have to say. Texas Democrats have brought the fight for a new Voting Rights Act to D.C. Texas Democrats have spent the month in Washington, D.C. trying to protect the Voting Rights Act you see in the Lone Star State. One lawmaker tells into America, I get up every morning ready to kick some fucking ass. About this episode, Texas State Representative Fiona Thompson remembers when her grandparents had to save pennies so they could pay a poll tax in order to vote. Congress passed the Voting Rights Act on August 6, 1965, which outlawed Jim Crow and all their fucking lies. Restrictions like literacy tests, poll taxes designed to help keep black Americans from voting. But 56 years after President Lyndon Johnson signed the landmark legislation, Representative Thompson has found herself in the middle of another heated battle over voter rights. This year alone, after Donald Trump falsely claimed he lost the 2020 election game due to voter fraud, Republicans in 18 states have passed at least 30 new laws that restrict voting, claiming they are acting in the name of our election security. They say they include a law in Florida amid reducing early voting in drop-off box locations, and in one Georgia that wouldn't allow the legislature to take over local election boards and ban passing out food and water to people waiting to vote in all them long-ass lines. They can't figure this shit out. Of course they can. They don't want to. And when there's Texas, this early summer though, Texas Governor Greg Abbott called special legislation sessions to pass a slew of Republican priorities, including voting restrictions. GOP lawmakers had the voters, but the groups of Democrats pulled the only card they had left and fled the state to stall the vote. Representative Fiona Thompson was one of them. Taramani Lee speaks with the Rep. Thompson, who is the longest serving black lawmaker in state history, about why she's risking arrest to keep up the fight for the black back home in Texas and to push for better voter protections nationwide. Thoughts and feedbacks of this story and ideas, write us here at Into America at NBCUNI.com. Let's see, that can't be it. That's the whole article, huh? Find the transcript here. Alright, people, just so you know what's going on, we got the longest serving Nation of Camboose state representative out of Texas holding up in Washington, D.C. to avoid a vote and bring attention to them slashing voters' rights in the state of Texas. This is King Camboose, 100 proof, bringing you nothing but the racist truth.